Hi, everyone. It was such a joy to be with you at the Lunch and Learn hosted by the Michiganders for Civic Resilience. Thank you to the whole team there. Thank you to the Ford Presidential Foundation for making that possible. It was an honor to be with you all, and I wanted to offer a few words of encouragement and a few resources that could be of interest and support to you. Thank you for caring about this work. I think this is the most important question of our day. How do we flourish across deep difference? This is not a new question. It's been around as long as we've been around as a species, but it feels particularly urgent. And I'm grateful to every single one of you for taking a little bit of your day out, a little bit of time out of your day to enjoy a dialogue with us about this. And I hope that you felt encouraged to be a part of the solution right where you are. That's the whole reason I wrote my book, to be this handbook to help leaders navigate how to lead in these divided moments, in this divided moment. And that's what it has become, that my book has been the handbook that leaders are turning to across geography, across vocation, across political persuasion. Leaders are finding my book is useful, and that's exactly what I hoped it could be, and it could do. I want that to be the case for you as well. So I have a few ideas and suggestions, invitations for ways that you can join this movement and be involved. And I have several gifts that I'd like to gift you as well to help continue your reading and your reflection and study and work in this space. I also wanted to share with you the recap video to show you this movement. I can tell you it's a movement, but it's another thing to show you. Right after my book came out, as I mentioned, leaders started asking me, how do we embody your book, The Soul of Civility, in our communities? And I said, I don't know, but let's build something. And one of the most beautiful things that I worked with the community to build was, again, this Project Civility initiative in Carmel. And there we gathered 100 mayors, city council persons, leaders across geography, across vocation, and across political persuasion, dedicated to the ideas of my book, that civility is not politeness, agreement is not the goal, but rehumanizing public life is the goal. And now all these leaders are going home into their institutions and building new initiatives around my book, and it's so exciting. I had so many people, including Jeff from the Ford Foundation. They said at the summit, they said, I want to have my own civility summit. So we're seeing these hubs of civic renewal crop up across the country, including in Grand Rapids, including if you were calling in from a different state or a different city, maybe we could have a civility summit there as well. I'd love to explore that with you. Feel free to reach out to me directly. And but the goal of all of this work is that it's not about me, it's not about the book. My book is a canvas, and I am a catalyst for this work that's happening in local communities led by grassroots leaders like you, and I'm so hope-filled and so joyful. So here's the recap video. I've included it in the body of this email for you to visualize what is happening across the country, and I'd like you to be part of it. For example, would love you to join Civic Renaissance. That's my newsletter, an intellectual community dedicated to beauty, goodness, and truth, and reviving the wisdom of the past to help us lead better lives today. It's a global community of 50,000 people, and would love you to be part of that. That's kind of the intellectual hub of this movement of civic renewal. I'm also hosting a Civic Renaissance retreat. This is for my Civic Renaissance ambassadors, these leaders, these mayors, state legislators, commissioners that are building institutions around my book, and also partners in this movement. That is happening at my home, April 24th, 25th. Would love to invite you to join us for that as well. We've linked to the Civic Renaissance retreat invitation and more details there. And if you have ideas for ways to bring these ideas, this work to your community, please reach out. I'm working on the children's book right now and the curriculum for K-12. I'm working on the workbook for college professors and students to do in tandem together. I'm working on the workbook and handbook for leaders who want to implement this in their workplace, in their corporate environment, or in their workplace in general. And of course, I'm doing this work with state legislatures as well. And there are so many wonderful things happening. There's such a hunger for it. And if you see a need in your community and you are interested in more of these resources, please let me know. And just thank you. I'm really grateful to have met you. Looking forward to staying in touch. And finally, 2 gifts that I have for you. One is the reading guide. I created this reading guide for you. Invite a friend to read The Soul of Civility with you, or just use it and then talk about it weekly, or start a book club or something like that. If you want to, it's just a tool to foster personal reflection, continued personal reflection. And then the second gift I have for you is an ebook called How to Survive and Thrive in Our Divided Moment. And that's just some, greatest hits and tips and tidbits from the book and my work to help you navigate the Christmas season with grace and charity and love and aplomb. I know you can do it. I know it sounds like many people feel daunted this time of year. How am I going to sit down across the dinner table from crazy Uncle Frank? But I believe in you, and it's possible with curiosity, with grace, and as I mentioned, not talking politics. So anyway, a joy to be with you. Thank you again. Look forward to staying in touch. I'd love to hear from you, your feedback on the book, your feedback on the session. We can't do this alone, and we need your help. And so thank you again to Michiganders for Civic Resilience and the Ford Foundation for bringing us all together, and looking forward to all that is to come. Thanks so much.